Sometimes the most important updates happen when the coaching staff refuses to say a single word. The 12s were expecting disastrous news regarding a young defensive stud after some concerning footage aired on national television this week. The organization kept their cards close to the vest and kept everyone guessing about a potential return date. But a very sneaky background video taken straight from the practice sidelines just exposed the real truth about his physical condition today. You need to hear what is actually going on right now behind closed doors in Seattle before Week 1 arrives. Seattle Seahawks fans, we have a significant update on one of our promising young defensive talents. Safety Nick Emmanwori, who has been a point of concern recently, was observed walking casually at the VMAC this week without the knee scooter he was previously using due to an ankle injury. Emmanwori, a young player with just a year of NFL experience under his belt, quickly became a vital part of our secondary, and his presence is crucial for the upcoming season under Mike Macdonald. His ankle injury required surgery a few weeks ago, and the team had chosen not to provide any timeline, leaving many of us to fear the worst. This concern intensified when the inaugural episode of Hard Knocks aired, showing Emmanwori in Mike Macdonald's office clearly relying on a knee scooter, which implied a serious setback so close to the season start. Although those scenes were filmed well in advance, the visual left us all holding our breath, wondering if we'd see him on the field for Week 1. Let's be real, seeing our future superstar sidelined like that was tough. But then, a short video clip emerged from a truncated practice session depicting Nick walking freely around the indoor field. No scooter, no cast, no walking boot in sight. This single video immediately injected serious relief into the fan base, as it suddenly made a Week 1 return seem like a far better bet. While we're not entirely out of the woods, as he still needs to come off the PUP list and get full practice reps, this visible progress is an enormous step in the right direction. So, what does this truly mean for his readiness and our defensive secondary's cohesion moving forward? We are a brand new channel pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every single person who joins this community helps us keep going. What truly highlights the dramatic shift in Nick Emmanwori's outlook isn't just his return to walking, but the specific, undisclosed timing of his previous struggles, implied to be captured on one of the very first days of training camp for the Hard Knocks episode. This detail underscores how much crucial early preparation he missed under new Seattle Seahawks HC Mike Macdonald, meaning the team was navigating a substantial leadership transition without all hands on deck for foundational teaching. For a young player with only a single year of NFL experience, every practice, every rep in a fresh defensive system is invaluable for development and cohesion. The general policy of Seattle Seahawks owner Jody Allen and her front office to offer minimal injury timelines reflects a standard strategic approach in the league, aimed at controlling information and avoiding speculation. However, the absence of any details had led many of us to genuinely fear a prolonged absence. Historically, players, especially those in their second year trying to solidify a role, who miss significant early camp time can find themselves playing catch-up for weeks into the regular season. This scenario would have significantly complicated Mike Macdonald's defensive installation. And that changes everything for their defensive planning, as his current progress now suggests he may avoid the physically unable to perform list entirely. The very uneventful nature of the truncated walkthrough practice where Emmanwori was spotted casually strolling makes his unassisted movement all the more significant, showing tangible steps forward. This sight undoubtedly brought quiet relief within the coaching staff, confirming their internal belief that this promising talent could indeed be all systems go for the opener, playing effectively and contributing his full potential. Now, let's shift our focus from the facts to what this actually means for our beloved Seahawks, because this seemingly small detail carries significant weight for the entire team's trajectory. This matters right now because Emmanwori's expedited return from injury directly impacts the stability and flexibility of our defensive secondary, allowing head coach Mike Macdonald to implement his scheme with his intended personnel rather than forcing inexperienced backups into critical roles. His recovery avoids a potential shuffle of players across positions, which can often destabilize an entire unit. And it keeps a promising young talent, who was hinted at as a future NFL superstar, on track for his crucial second-year development. Without him, we might have been looking at a patchwork secondary, vulnerable against complex passing attacks or mobile quarterbacks in early season matchups. A fully healthy Emmanwori on the field from day one significantly bolsters our chances in those crucial opening weeks, preventing potential early losses that could haunt us later. And honestly, this improved outlook provides a tangible boost against our tough division rivals like the 49ers and Rams, who consistently field high-powered offenses. Securing these defensive building blocks early in the season is paramount for a strong playoff push. His unhindered presence allows our defensive coordinator to maintain a full complement of versatile players, enhancing our ability to disguise coverages and pressure opposing offenses. This isn't just about one player returning, it's about the integral piece that shores up our overall defensive strategy, elevating our standing in a competitive NFC landscape and directly improving our chances of making a deep run into the postseason. This visual breakthrough for Nick Emmanwori isn't just about taking steps. It signifies a tremendous psychological lift for the player, knowing he's actively conquering a major physical obstacle. For the Seattle Seahawks, it subtly validates their medical and rehabilitation protocols, demonstrating effective recovery. This progress also deepens confidence within coach Mike Macdonald's defensive staff, reinforcing their belief in Emmanwori's resilience. Critically, it stabilizes our roster's depth, allowing other safeties to focus on designated roles, preventing them from being forced into unexpected starting duties, enhancing overall defensive versatility. However, what nobody is talking about is that while walking casually is a huge step, it's still far removed from the high-intensity demands of professional football. The true challenge lies in his ability to execute explosive movements, absorb impacts, and maintain stability without compromising the surgically repaired ankle. The team's continued lack of a specific timeline, though strategic, still hints at cautious monitoring, not full fitness. There's an inherent re-injury risk if a young, eager player pushes too aggressively, especially one striving to impress a new coaching staff. Around the league, the initial Hard Knocks footage of Emmanwori on a scooter certainly caused concern for many following the Seahawks, leading some to anticipate a prolonged absence. Our head coach Mike Macdonald, however, consistently projected quiet confidence. This recent video now validates that more optimistic perspective, shifting the narrative from worrying speculation about a Week 1 absence to a far more positive outlook that he'll indeed contribute effectively. The way I see it, while this is fantastic news and a huge relief, we must temper our excitement with prudence. The Hard Knocks segment was a potent reminder of how swiftly injuries can alter plans. So, when we combine the tangible sight of Nick Emmanwori walking unassisted with the broader implications for our team, a clearer picture emerges for the Seattle Seahawks. This development signals stability for Seattle Seahawks HC Mike Macdonald's defensive vision, allowing him to build his scheme with foundational pieces like Emmanwori firmly in place. It prevents a scenario where the team might feel pressured to overinvest in veteran secondary help in future off-seasons, preserving valuable cap space and draft capital for other positional needs. His presence ensures that Macdonald's progressive defensive identity can take root more rapidly, without the early season headaches of an injured star forcing a reshuffle. This allows for a more consistent development path for our younger talents, knowing a key piece is on track. As Seattle Seahawks fans, we should certainly feel a surge of optimism and relief heading into the season. The anxiety that loomed after the Hard Knocks footage, suggesting a potentially lost year for a promising player, has largely dissipated. This progress means we can anticipate a stronger, more cohesive defense from Week 1, which is absolutely vital for contending in our tough division. It's a green light for hopeful expectations, moving past the fear of a critical early setback. Here's where it gets interesting. The swiftness of his recovery underscores the potential depth and resilience of this new-look roster. Given Emmanwori's rapid progress, do you believe he'll be a full participant in team drills by the start of the regular season? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. We are still pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every one of you helps us get there. Go Hawks!